They say in every village there's a story that should be left alone. Some tales are whispered only in the safety of daylight, never after dark, as if the night itself might overhear and awaken old secrets. For my village, it was the legend of the Black Road, a stretch of cracked asphalt that cut through the woods like a scar, avoided by everyone who valued their peace of mind. No one walked it after midnight. Not even the bravest dared to test the darkness, not even on a dare. There were no streetlights, just twisted trees arching overhead, their branches clawing at the sky, and a silence so deep it pressed against your chest, making every breath feel stolen. My grandmother always warned, "Don't listen to the whispers." She'd say it with a look in her eyes that made you believe the shadows could reach right into your soul. But when she died, I inherited her old house, right at the edge of the woods, where the trees pressed close and the wind always seemed to carry secrets. That first night, I couldn't sleep. The house creaked and groaned, settling into its secrets. Every sound felt amplified, as if the house itself was remembering things it wished it could forget. I stumbled upon a wooden box in the attic, and inside was a book, covered in dust and dread. The air around it felt colder, as if the box had been waiting for me. On the cover, someone had scrawled, "If you're reading this, time has run out." The ink was faded, but the warning felt fresh, urgent, as if it had been written just for me. My skin crawled, but I told myself it was just a story. Still, I couldn't shake the feeling that something in the house was watching, waiting for me to make the next move. Then, at exactly 3:00 a.m., there was a soft knock at the back door. Not loud, just patient. The kind of knock that knows you're awake, that knows you're listening. I opened it. Nobody there. Just the cold night air, and the sense that something had just slipped away, unseen. But right outside, in the mud, was a single black footprint. It hadn't been there before, and it was too large, too deep, as if whatever made it was impossibly heavy. Human, but wrong. Longer. Almost as if it belonged to something that only pretended to be human. The edges were blurred, as if the mud itself recoiled from the touch. The next night, I found another book, this time on my bed, open to a page that read, "The curse returns every 100 years, choosing the one who opens the door willingly." The words seemed to pulse on the page, daring me to read on. I laughed, but my hands wouldn't stop shaking. The laughter sounded hollow, echoing in the empty house, swallowed by the darkness. That's when the nightmares started. Sleep became a battleground, and every night I woke up more exhausted, more afraid. Every night the same dream, a massive, faceless man with burning red eyes standing on the black road. He never moved, but the sense of menace grew stronger each time. He called my name in a voice that sounded like wind through dead branches, brittle and cold, promising things I didn't want to understand. Every time, he was closer. Each night, the distance between us shrank, as if the dream was bleeding into reality. Last night, he was right outside the house. I could feel his gaze through the walls, see the red glow flickering in the corners of my vision. Tonight, I can't run. I need answers. The fear is still there, but curiosity burns brighter, pushing me toward the truth I've tried to ignore. I grab my flashlight and step into the night. The cold bites, and the trees seem to lean in, whispering in a language I almost understand. Every step feels heavier, as if the ground itself is warning me to turn back. The closer I get to the black road, the weaker my light becomes, until it flickers like a dying breath. Shadows gather at the edges, hungry and patient. And there he is, waiting. The faceless man, more real than ever, as if he's been waiting for this moment all along. I realize the whispers weren't warnings, they were invitations. The Black Road doesn't just haunt the village. It chooses, it calls, and it waits for someone to answer. Would you dare walk the Black Road? Would you face the darkness, knowing it might be waiting for you too? Or would you turn back while you still can? Some doors once opened can never be closed again.